Welcome to the audiobook version of The Infinite Evolution Acceptance by Eric Johnson and self-published by Eric Johnson. This audiobook is protected by Copyright Law 2023 by the author and is licensed by the author of The Infinite Evolution, all rights reserved. Names, characters, places, dialogues, and incidents either are the product of the author's imagination or are used fictitiously, and any corporations, institutions, and organizations in this novel are the product of the author's imagination or, if real, are used fictitiously without any attempt to describe their actual conduct. This audiobook is intended for entertainment purposes only. The views and opinions in this audiobook are those of the author. This audiobook is not a substitute for professional advice. If you acquire specific legal, medical, financial, or other professional advice, please consult with a qualified professional. No part of this book may be reproduced, stored, or transmitted by any means, whether auditory, graphic, mechanical, or electronic, without written permission of both publisher and author, except in the case of brief excerpts used in critical articles and reviews. If inquirers, please contact The Infinite Evolution at theinfiniteevolution.com. Any audio used in this audiobook are royalty-free and can be found at pixabay.com. Now embrace the adventure ahead.
Chapter 1, Scorn. As the first light of day broke, a soft glow illuminated the desolate landscape surrounding the landing pad, affectionately known as the LP. The sun ascended over the facility, its rays engaging in a valiant struggle to penetrate the thick ash that hung like a heavy curtain in the sky. The LP, once a thriving hub, now lay dormant and disheveled, its structure bearing the scars of relentless military bombardments. The colossal tunneling machines, having completed their 3-month assignments of carving intricate access points into the facility, powered down with a mechanical sigh. Their colossal frames stood as silent witnesses to the orchestrated chaos, their metallic surfaces reflecting the aftermath of their purpose, providing military forces entry to dismantle and pillage the facility's interior. Amid the wreckage, a cacophony of cheers and congratulations reverberated, a symphony of triumph echoing through the air as both civilian and military personnel relished in their victorious moment. Some, intoxicated by the thrill of conquest, scavenged pieces from the LP as mementos of their conquest. In the distance, a looming detention center rose defiantly, containing the once vibrant employees who had been the lifeblood of the massive facility. Among them, one man stood elevated above the rest, Commander Latif. From his solitary confinement, he grappled with the harsh reality unfolding around him, a solitary figure in contemplation. As he lay in his one-person prison, the perplexing actions of Serafina weighed heavily on his mind. Initially, clinging to the hope of an elaborate deception, he soon dismissed this notion as he bore witness to the execution of his faction members without due process. Commander Latif found himself transported back in time, a witness to the barbaric actions once inflicted upon citizens who dared defy their governments. The public display of torture, now a seemingly routine occurrence on LP personnel, left him struggling to comprehend the transformation of the once proud facility into a theater of cruelty, orchestrated by those he once considered allies.
"Get that human down here now,"
wailed a military lieutenant, his disheveled appearance hinting at the exhaustion of a night spent in relentless interrogation.
"Sir? Yes, sir. Moving, sir,"
yelled a nearby grunt, responding promptly. As the commander's cage descended, onlookers among the LP personnel stared in horror, their minds conjuring the worst for their once fearless leader. The air was thick with tension, mirroring the uncertain fate that awaited the commander at the hands of his captors.
"Back towards me. On your knees. Hands on your head,"
barked the grunt, his orders delivered with authoritative harshness, the echoes reverberating through the cold, dimly lit chamber. Familiar with the routine of leaving his cell, the commander complied, the metallic restraints applied with a cold precision. The abusive grunt, fueled by dominance, ensured that the commander's removal was anything but comfortable. With a forceful tug, The chains rattled, and the commander, understanding resistance was futile, lay still, allowing the grunt to exert his dominance without a hint of opposition. After a daunting removal, the commander found himself thrown onto a frigid concrete slab, ordered to pray to whatever deity he saw fit. As the commander lay there, vulnerable and exposed, an unknown figure approached. Its purplish skin seemed to absorb what little light remained in the chamber. Tilted downward, the Shadow Whisperer's long, sinister mouth and darkened eyes became discernible. After numerous torture sessions, the commander, frozen with fear, felt a cold chill run down his back. The Shadow Whisperer, standing at 5'9", dressed in solid black, exuded a killer's stare. The commander, finding his voice, stammered,
"Who are you?"
The Shadow Whisperer inquired.
"Where is Spencer Cade?"
As I keep saying respectfully, I don't know.
The commander maintained his composure. Raising its dark, leathery hand, the Shadow Whisperer gestured with one finger from side to side. In a more whimpering voice, the commander pleaded,
What? I don't know.
The Shadow Whisperer offered no verbal response, shedding a single bloody tear from its right hollow eye. The tear traced a path down its face, landing on the commander's body and absorbing into his skin. Moments later, a chilling scream echoed off the chamber walls, reaching the ears of everyone within a 100-yard radius. The commander's eyes rolled backward in his skull, and his entire body stiffened like a metal beam. In seconds, he disintegrated into a humanoid silhouette of ashes, an orb emerging and drawn into the Shadow Whisperer's chest. Without a sound, the emotionless entity turned around and departed, leaving a stunned silence in its wake. Neither military personnel nor prisoners dared utter a word. Once the Shadow Whisperer disappeared from view, the grunt who had earlier dragged the commander from his cell glanced at his lieutenant and voiced his uncertainty.
I don't see how that type of interrogation can be effective.
The lieutenant retorted,
If you value your life, I suggest you stop speaking. Better yet, stop thinking about what you just witnessed and get on with your assignments.
Sir, yes, sir.
replied the grunt, obediently acknowledging the order as his lieutenant walked away, the shadows of the chamber concealing the lingering tension. In a moment frozen in time, Jade stood, her countenance a canvas of astonishment, tears tracing silent paths down her face. Spencer's eyes, akin to a gamma ray burst, illuminated with a brilliance that mirrored his overwhelming emotions.
Yes, it's me. I didn't think I would see you again. I'm so sorry.
Spencer stammered, grappling for the right words. Before he could complete his sentence, Jade intervened, her voice a comforting reassurance.
Dad, it's okay. It wasn't your fault.
I'm just so happy you're alive.
Unable to contain his emotions, Spencer broke down in tears as he moved toward the spiral staircase, his heart pouring out.
I love you, Jade.
I love you too, Dad.
Jade reciprocated. She then shifted her focus, curiosity gleaming in her eyes.
Now, how did you end up in Adam's body?
It's a long story. Why don't you and Reece have a seat? I'll explain it the best I can.
Spencer suggested. Reece, tending to the wood stove, joined them, settling in disbelief as Spencer began recounting the intricacies of his inexplicable journey. Late into the night, the trio exchanged the intricate tapestry of their life events. Spencer, recognizing the exhaustion etched on Reece and Jade, took note and dimmed the lights. With a tender gesture, he covered Reece up on the couch, his gentle movements safeguarding the tranquility of their rest. Cradling Jade in his arms, he carried her to bed, ensuring a peaceful night's sleep for his daughter. Returning downstairs, Spencer stepped onto the deck, his gaze fixed on the canvas of the night sky. The stars painted a mosaic overhead, a celestial spectacle that captivated him until the first light of sunrise graced the horizon. In those silent hours, he pondered the twists of fate that had brought them together, finding solace beneath the vast expanse of the universe. 3 months had elapsed, and throughout this period, Reece and Jade tirelessly endeavored to establish a means of communication with technology gold. Despite Reece having a contact within the organization, caution remained paramount as they navigated a landscape filled with uncertainty and potential betrayal. Ensuring prudence, they operated in the shadows, cognizant of the fact that trust was a rare commodity in their world. The rural setting of Vermont, coupled with Reece's adeptness at covering their digital tracks and safeguarding the untraceability of Spencer's new host, Adam, proved instrumental in evading authorities. It amused them that despite their notoriety on every conceivable online platform, they remained elusive.
Reece permanently deactivated his pick, and although unsuccessful in doing the same for Jade's, he devised a dampening device to block transmissions within a 13-foot radius. However, recent cranium scans revealed that Jade's pick had fused itself to both the left and right hemispheres, a development that deeply concerned Reece and Spencer.
Strangely, Jade seemed unaffected by this fusion. What puzzled Reece even more was the initial implantation,
as the pick had attached itself to Jade's deltoid before connecting to her spinal cord.
The mysteries surrounding this technology only deepened, adding layers of complexity to their already intricate situation. In the ensuing days, Jade and Spencer found themselves in downtown Brattleboro, navigating the bustling streets to secure essential supplies. The atmosphere hummed with a blend of acceptance and skepticism, a response to the awakening regarding their presence on Earth and the Tureissians' method of integrating consciousness into their own to coexist. Amid the acceptance, however, dissenters fueled theories of government conspiracy, ranging from absurd notions like inoculation plots to the alleged use of a mysterious drug developed on Plum Island. In the midst of gathering their supplies, Jade and Spencer marveled at the societal reactions around them, observing passionate arguments and outright denial of the revealed truths. Among the crowd, a persistent voice recounted a historical incident from the 1950s involving the U.S. Army's secretive use of a Navy ship to disperse supposedly harmless bacteria over San Francisco. The aftermath included sickness, casualties. Completing their errand, the pair returned to their vehicle, maneuvering around a growing group of protesters, wielding signs with messages such as "Kill the aliens" and "Stay out of our heads." The escalating tension prompted the intervention of the Brattleboro Police Department, mobilizing additional officers for crowd control. Spotting a small shop with electronic components, Spencer acknowledged its significance for Reece's needs. Jade, more intrigued by the public discourse than the shop's contents, opted to wait outside. Spencer, mindful of safety, gave her the routine talk and instructed her to wait at the front of the store. As she waited, Jade's attention was drawn to a public terminal, triggering memories of Commander Latif's instructions on how to contact them. The procedure involved using a public terminal and dialing 777-8993. Without hesitation, she walked over to the public terminal and dialed the designated number.
"Hello, you have reached Rocky Point. How may I help you?"
Echoed a male voice. While a momentary uncertainty clouded her mind about an additional name mentioned by Commander Latif, it quickly dawned on her. "Enlightened,"
This is Enlightened.
responded Jade.
"Please stand by."
After a moment, a different voice inquired.
Can we use this terminal as a callback, and what information do you want relayed?
Jade swiftly affirmed the first question and proceeded.
Please contact Vice President of Production Brenna at Technology Gold. I have critical information concerning their competitors, Central Circuit.
Anything else?
Inquired the voice.
Yes, it's regarding a specific AI.
Understood. We will call you back tomorrow at 15 hours on this line with further instructions.
The line promptly disconnected. Exiting the shop, Spencer was surprised to find Jade patiently waiting. On their way back to the cabin, Jade contemplated sharing her actions with Spencer, but decided it would be more effective to convey the information to both Spencer and Reece simultaneously. As Spencer, Jade, and Reece were on the verge of sitting down for dinner, she was about to tell them what she did, when an intense flash of blinding light erupted, accompanied by a deafening bang. Temporarily robbed of their vision, they found themselves ensnared in a disorienting world of ringing tones and indistinct muttering voices. Unbeknownst to each other, their desperate calls for one another fell on deaf ears.
Dad, where are you?
Screamed Jade.
Reece, grab Jade if you can see her,
yelled Spencer.
Spencer, Jade, run!
Bellowed Reece. In the chaotic darkness, they stumbled over furniture, disoriented and helpless. Within seconds, both Jade and Reece succumbed to the overwhelming sensory assault, losing consciousness. Spencer, housed within a non-biological vessel, maintained functionality until a targeted electromagnetic pulse rendered him unconscious.
Grab the android and send him to Mount Zeal. The male human will go to Mount Perito, and the female is coming with me. Now let's move, and don't forget to burn this place to the ground,
ordered a husky voice. Swiftly, Jade, Reece, and Spencer were loaded onto 3 different aerial transports, each destined for a different location. As the quaint cabin in the woods succumbed to flames, their fates became entwined in the machinations of an unknown force, hurtling them towards an uncertain destiny.
The next day in Brattleboro, the ambient murmur of the busy street filled the air as the clock struck precisely 15 o'clock.
Surrounded by the quaint charm of the town, strolled near the public terminal when it unexpectedly came to life with a soft, melodious ring. Intrigued, she halted her steps and picked up the call, the air tinged with an enigmatic atmosphere. Greeted by a directive, a voice on the other end requested,
"Confirm your call sign."
Unaware of the caller's identity, she responded in a tranquil tone,
"My child, we are enlightened by your call."
"Confirmed,"
affirmed the voice.
"Your meeting with the Vice President of Production at Technology Gold has been scheduled regarding the disclosure of Central Circuit's AI. She will meet with you at Sweet Attack, a cozy bakery on Elliott Street, in 3 days."
As the call disconnected, the passerby, still standing near the public terminal amidst the bustling street, found herself captivated by the mysterious encounter. A sense of intrigue overcame her, prompting her to promptly gather her group, known as Acceptance. Animated conversations filled the air as the group absorbed and discussed the intriguing development. The group leader, recognizing the significance of the situation, declared with determination,
"We must attend that meeting."
The group leader glanced over at the woman who had took the call and inquired,
"Where is Carl?"
"I'm not sure, but I'll look into it,"
she responded promptly.
"Good,"
the leader acknowledged.
"Once you find him, have him attend the meeting."
The woman nodded in understanding and continued with her duties, determined to locate Carl and ensure his presence at the upcoming meeting. Turning to a member known for their technical prowess, the group leader issued instructions to initiate research on AI and Central Circuit immediately. The ambient sounds of the town continued, providing a backdrop to the unfolding events that would shape the future for this group of individuals.
Global Reaction News, Galactic Divide, The Unveiling, Schism in the Land of the Free.
In a cosmic revelation, our beloved nation, heralded as the Land of the Free, is witnessing the emergence of 2 colossal factions. One vehemently anti-alien, while the other passionately proclaims a stance favoring alien existence. It's a dichotomy echoing the stark choice between annihilation and propagation, sending shockwaves through the very fabric of our society. As these seismic divisions unfold, news sources find themselves grappling with the enigma behind this extraterrestrial schism. The intricate tapestry of motives remains elusive, shrouded in the unknown. Our dedicated team is working tirelessly to decode the complexities of this celestial tug of war, promising to reveal its secrets. In the vast expanse of the cosmos, we shall return to pique your curiosity with our singularly biased perspectives. Stay vigilant, for our forthcoming broadcast promises to unravel the mysteries of the cosmos. Brace yourselves for the imminent cosmic revelation that will transcend the ordinary. Tomorrow, we shall reappear to disrupt the cosmic equilibrium once more, leaving feathers ruffled and curiosity ablaze. Signing off from the quantum realm, where even our biases have upgraded.
Newscaster Emily Jokewell remarked.